Day 36 left until my nephew's wedding in Porto, Portugal. We've been counting down the days from day 50. So this is 2 weeks into this. And in just a little more than 5 weeks, actually, it's 5 weeks from today, will be his, is that right? Yeah. 5 weeks from today will be his actual wedding day. We'll get there a little bit ahead of time on the countdown. We base the countdown down to his wedding day. So we actually will get to Porto a few days ahead of time. So kind of going through there, we've been trying to get ready for the wedding. And so what that means is trying to learn a little Portuguese, trying to learn a little bit about Porto, kind of sightseeing things that we might do, trying to figure out how to order food and those kinds of things. Trying to think about things like dancing and stuff like that, which, I'm not a good dancer, and I'm not going to become a good dancer, but maybe I can get to where I'm at least not quite so awkward. Trying to look good, trying to figure out things to take, to wear, trying to get ready a little bit. And so losing a little weight and maybe trying to make sure clothes fit, all those kinds of things. See if we need to buy some new clothes. I may have to buy some new clothes. I don't want to do that too early. There's sort of a trade-off there. I mean, if I get something that needs like some alterations or something, that could take a little bit of time. So I have to remember that. But if I don't get something that needs alterations and I get it too early and I, either lose or gain weight, then I risk it not even really fitting. So we got to figure that out. And so today I figured out a new one or two that I hadn't given thought to. And that is, I skipped one. I figure that while we're there, especially if we're doing travel and stuff like that, we're probably going to be doing a lot of walking. I have not been doing a lot of that lately. I hate to confess this, but I have been pretty sedentary for a little while. And so I want to be where I am getting out and walking and can comfortably walk 5 or 6 miles every day, because I'm betting that we're going to be walking a lot. And I think 5 or 6 miles, if we get to 5 or 6 miles and we're comfortable doing that, I don't think I'll have any problem. But we do want to get there. And of course, all the walking I've been doing so far has been relatively flat. And I'm sure that we're going to be going up and down hills and all this other stuff, which is different. But we got to get somewhere. So first things first, we're going to try to get to where we're walking 5 or 6 miles a day. If there's time, we'll either increase the number of miles or we'll try to do some hills or something like that. But today I was out walking, and today I walked 3 miles, and very comfortable, a lot of fun. It was a beautiful day outside. The weather was really great. But it's the first time I had shorts on. And it's probably the first time I've had shorts on this year. And I don't even know if I wore shorts any last year. So that was the thing. I was like, oh my gosh, my legs are so white. They are so white. And in fact, all of me is really white. And I thought, I have no tan, base tan, nothing like that. I will get so sunburned if I don't do something about that. And so that probably means a couple things. One, trying to get a little bit of sun so that it's good for me anyway. It'll be good to kind of get that, a little sort of base layer. And the other part, I'm sure, is to take sunscreen and make sure that I have plenty of sunscreen. But I was just like, this is insane. It is so bad. So anyway, so kind of getting into, I thought today it's 2 weeks, so I'm going to give my second week summary, kind of what we did today. I did 2 lessons. with my buddy Adriano. Adriano is my tutor, my italki tutor in Portuguese. If you are looking for a way to learn languages, I do Duolingo. I do Duolingo every day. It's kind of fun, especially like if you're in a situation when you're waiting and you just need to kill some time, you can work on Duolingo. But I have found that while Duolingo is fun, that in and of itself probably is not enough to really learn enough to really function, and it takes some conversation. So italki is a website that you can use, and it will help you find a tutor. Normally, not always, but normally it will be a native speaker. You get to pick. You can pick your tutor. And depending upon where they are and what they do, they charge different amounts, but it can be very, very affordable. So I spoke with Adriano twice this week. So that was good. Um, I started my dance videos. And actually, I would say that that's going better than expected. It's still slow going, but some of it it's like, oh, okay, I can maybe do this. I haven't put that out yet. I can't quite figure out how to do that on a video. So I'm working on that. And part of it, I got to admit, I was thinking about today. Actually, I did this in the park because I thought part of your thing here is that you feel embarrassed. And that is it. That is a lot of it, is that I do feel embarrassed. And I thought you not only need to learn how to to feel comfortable with the dance, you have to learn not to be embarrassed. And the only way you're going to do that is to do it in front of other people. So that does mean doing it on video. But in the park today, I was having a little talk with myself. And I thought, you got to do this. And I had my earbuds in and I was listening to some music. Like, here you are, you're in the park. You need to just try these out. Just do it by yourself. Don't pay any attention. If people are watching you, then they watch you. And that is probably good for you. So working on that. I do want to do some videos on that. But again, I think those generally are going to take some editing and trying to make those work. And lots of times I just run out of time. I just don't have enough time to spend to put them together and edit them and have something. Because that ends up, instead of being, 20 minutes, in front of a camera and uploading it, to several hours. And that's a little bit of a different thing, especially when I'm putting one video out every day. So I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm working on that. So we've done some dance lessons. We talked to Adriano. We checked out some tours. I did like a really short, about 1 minute video of some tours I looked up online. Showed kind of what they were. I think I listed 4 tours. There were a few others that I maybe could have put in there. And when I realized how short it was, I would have probably done that if I had realized how short that was going to be. But I thought it was okay. And I tried out a few things also with the video to try to learn a little bit more. I did a Canva template, and I did some AI voiceovers and things like that. And those are just skills that maybe those will come in useful a little bit later. Also, as luck would have it, they had an amazing race episode on Porto this week. So this is, I don't know when you're watching this, but this was 2025. It was the next to the last episode. Next episode is the finale. So if you're looking for it and you want to know about Porto, if you look in their episodes for this season and you check out the episode, it's in May, it's mid-May right now in 2025. If you check out the episode just before the finale, that episode is basically all about Porto. So that was really cool. We started learning some food basics a little bit, kind of trying to get ready in case we go to a restaurant. And I did one video, was all basically about, kind of food related stuff. We learned how to say plate in Portuguese, glass in Portuguese, cup in Portuguese, fork, knife, spoon. We learned some of the basic food. We learned how to say breakfast, lunch, dinner. We learned to talk about eggs, a bunch of those kinds of things. So we did a lot of that. So I thought that was pretty good. I walked 4 times this week to try to get to where I'm comfortable walking 5 or 6 miles a day. And today I walked 3 miles, so that's pretty good. I should get to 5 miles probably in 2 or 3 weeks. I have a trip coming up where I'm going to be gone. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but while I'm gone, I may not be able to walk, so it may get delayed a little bit. Um, and I mentioned my new problem with my legs. I keep forgetting to do the Portuguese word of the day, but I got most of them, but I did miss a couple. But some of the ones we learned last week, fala sério. I just think that's a good thing to say at any time. Just you don't know what to say, just just belt that out. Fala sério, because that means be serious. It actually literally means talk seriously. But that's one thing that we can say is fala serio, and that might be a good thing to just kind of throw in there from time to time. Estou com fome. I'm hungry. Estou com fome. So that's a good thing to know. Xícara. Xícara is the Portuguese word for cup. So, like if you want to get some coffee, you want to ask for a xícara de café. So, abacaxi. Abacaxi. Abacaxi is the Portuguese word for pineapple. It is not piña. It is abacaxi. And that's just if you ever want pineapple in Portugal or in Brazil, that's what you say. Bacalhau, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that quite right. It's very similar to the Spanish word bacalhau, and I don't know that I'm saying it quite right, but that means codfish, and apparently codfish is a big, big deal in Portugal. So those are the main things. So I look back on the videos and I realized last week on my first week summary, I did a summary of the week and talked about all the Portuguese words of the day, but I didn't do one on that day. And so I thought, oh man, I want to do one today. So we're going to say boys now. And that kind of means like, but no, which sounds really dumb. But if you go into a shop or you go into somewhere, that is a expression that they will say, and it kind of means, can I help you? Is there something I can do? Boys now. And so that's one thing that if you walk into a shop, you walk into a restaurant, you walk into something, and the clerk or the person comes over and they are offering to help you. If they say boys now, that they are offering to help you. So anyway, that's the end of week 2, getting ready. We are at day 36 to the countdown of my nephew's wedding. And that's it for now. So tomorrow we'll have day 35. By the way, if you haven't been following along, I kind of explained that, but we have a playlist where we're putting all of these videos for Porto. Also, I have a couple of other playlists. One is 50 Days of Trash, which we did a while ago, 50 Days of Fitness, which we did last time. So we're doing these 50-day challenges. If you like this and you know someone who might enjoy it, maybe you can share it or maybe like it or perhaps even subscribe and kind of follow along until we get to my nephew's wedding day. That's it, my friends. Have a great day today, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.